Clark County Today is presented by Connell Real Estate. Hire an agent, get a team. Learn more by visiting connellrealestate.com.
Hey everyone, Chris Brown here with the ClarkCountyToday.com video update for Wednesday, November 18th. Well, Clark County added another 171 COVID-19 cases today, one day after setting the single-day record with 277. One more death was also reported, a man in his 60s with underlying health conditions. That makes 6,918 total cases and 83 deaths blamed on the virus. Active cases rose to 486, and hospitalizations remained at 10.2% of bed space, with 56 confirmed and 8 suspected cases in Clark County hospitals. The county also released new data on testing, showing positive testing rates rose to 8.25% at the end of October, with 420 positive tests out of 5,100 total performed for that week. A local senator is speaking out against Governor Jay Inslee over new restrictions that took effect this week and are expected to last for a month. Senator Linda Wilson, a Republican, said the governor's decision has her wondering if he fully grasps the depth of the economic and personal damage that people and businesses are dealing with. Wilson is a Republican co-chair of the Senate's Committee on Economic Development and Trade, and also served on the short-lived Business Recovery Task Force Inslee formed and then abruptly disbanded in May. Wilson said she has met regularly with business leaders, including owners of 150 area residents. And as of this morning, indoor dining is again banned, with outdoor seating limited to no more than 5 people. And Wilson says many business owners are concerned they won't be able to survive another round of such restrictions. To read more of what she had to say, read our full story at ClarkCountyToday.com. Well, it appears at least a few restaurants will be open for in-person dining in Southwest Washington. A&A announced this week that it would remain open during the governor's 4-week restriction period, and that includes gaming and dining. And because A&A is operated by the Cowlitz Indian tribe on sovereign land, it does not have to adhere to the governor's latest mandates. A&A voluntarily closed for 70 days early in the pandemic, but reopened in May with safety protocols in place. A&A says its operation is vital to the tribe and the surrounding communities when they employ close to 1,500 people there. The casino has been operating since May with its protocols and is confident it can continue to run the business safely even during the surge of coronavirus cases in the states. A well-known member of the local community is fighting his own battle with COVID-19. Many of our readers are likely familiar with Dave Ault, a retired Bonneville Power Administration lineman who's a frequent bell ringer for the Salvation Army. Ault was hospitalized earlier this week and diagnosed with the virus. Luckily, he's said to not have pneumonia. Ault is perhaps most recognized by his pickup truck with its American flag and U.S. Constitution on the back. On Tuesday evening, fellow patriots gathered outside the hospital for a spontaneous prayer vigil for their friend. The Clark County Council has approved a new budget for 2021. The $557 million budget is $37 million less than last year and includes $8 million in reductions from hiring freezes, departmental cutbacks, and overtime limits. Interim County Manager Kathleen Otto said her department is expecting a $6 million revenue hit this year, with the potential for more next year as the pandemic continues. A divided council also voted 3-2 in favor of enacting a 0.6% increase to the property tax and road fund levies, with Chair Eileen Quirin O'Brien and Councilor Gary Medvigi voting no. The increase is expected to raise nearly $700,000 in additional revenue at the cost of around $5.23 on a median home's tax bill. To read more about what's in the budget, be sure to read our full story at ClarkCountyToday.com. Hey, if you've been unable to pay your Clark Public Utilities bill due to the pandemic, help may be available. Clark Public Utilities received $4 million from Clark County and CARES Act funding to be used to provide up to $500 in relief for people behind on their bills. In just the first 4 days of that program, Clark Public Utilities says they distributed nearly $1.5 million in grant funding to 4,844 customers, and the county approved another $2 million in assistance on Monday, which the utility has until November 30th to distribute. You may receive a call directly telling you how to apply. Only outstanding balances from April or later will qualify. To learn more about the program and how you can apply, head over to ClarkCountyToday.com. A group looking to pressure Camas School District into reopening for in-person instruction held their first of 3 planned Save Our Schools rallies on Tuesday. Holding signs and mostly wearing masks, the group marched outside of the district's administrative offices. The Open Campus Schools Facebook group says remote learning is creating social emotional problems for children, as well as putting them behind in their education, and many students are forced to remain home alone while their parents work. The group says they want to work with the district to find a solution that allows children and teachers to safely return to classrooms while allowing those who want to continue distance learning to be able to do so. The district has already allowed small groups of kindergarten students and other at-risk young people access to some buildings, but has to deal with their teachers union that requires several consecutive weeks of low COVID-19 growth before moving to hybrid learning for other grade levels. In a surprise to no one, the WIAA has made another change to its tentative high school sports schedule. Here's Paul Valencia to explain.
Tentative is the key word, and the tentative schedule for the WIAA has changed yet again. The executive board on Tuesday voted to move Season 2, the traditional winter sports, to a start date in February. Season 3, which will be the traditional fall sports, will begin in March. Spring sports will move to a start toward the end of April. The WIAA told me today, though, that there are no plans for canceling any seasons. All sports are still on the schedule. But, as always, during the pandemic, we need to be flexible.
All right, thanks for that, Paul. And that is your midweek look at the stories we're following for you at ClarkCountyToday.com. If you want to stay up to date on when stories are posted and be part of the conversation about what's happening in our community, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You don't necessarily have to follow all three unless you want to, but we're there, you know. Anyway, you can also send us news tips and story ideas via email if that's more your speed. news@ClarkCountyToday.com is the address. For all of us, I'm Chris Brown. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with you again tomorrow.